Oh, hey guys, just buying something on Amazon here. I love buying things on Amazon. How about you? Hang on, I'm just getting a call. Frank, what's up, brother? Not too much. How's your small business going? Oh, that's great. You know, Frank, I always tell people small businesses, they're the best. You know, it's so important to support small businesses. You know, like everybody I meet, I always tell them to shop local. You know, anytime I meet new people, I always say, hey, don't forget to shop local. So I really support small businesses. You know, you're doing a great work, great service to humanity, Frank. And hey, actually, I'm just teaching my friend some English here, Frank. I'll call you back in a bit. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I just got a call from my friend Frank, and he has a small business, and I was telling him, you know, it's so important to support small businesses. You know, I love telling people to shop local. Shop local means you support local businesses, not your big businesses like Walmart and Amazon and... What's that? Oh, you're telling me I was just paying lip service to small businesses? Oh, you're right. You know what? You guys are right. You're right. I was just paying lip service to the idea of small businesses because I was buying something on Amazon, right? Guys, do you know what to pay lip service means? To pay lip service means you support something with your words, but you don't do anything about it in real life. Okay? So I was just telling Frank, small businesses are great. They must be supported. People should shop local, right? I was paying lip service to it. Lips, right? These are lips. And I was giving service to the idea. That means to support the idea of local businesses, small businesses. Very important. But then I was buying something on Amazon, a big business, right? So I was just paying lip service to supporting small businesses. Okay, guys, it's so bright I can't even see you. Look at that bright sun, bright winter sun. It's early January here, and the canal is frozen, but geese are flying north. You're going the wrong way, geese. Should be flying south for the winter. Guys, you can see it's a bit of an abnormal winter here. Not a lot of snow on the ground, just a little bit of like, you got some little patches of snow here and there. And apparently those kids are confident enough to run on the ice. I don't know if I'd be confident enough to run on the ice, guys. What would I do right now if one of those kids fell through the ice? Oh man. Guys. So I don't know how, I'm not an ice expert. Look. Yeah, I am. Have fun on the ice. Thank you very much. All right, guys, you heard it straight from the horse's mouth. Subscribe, everybody subscribe. All right, thank you guys for subscribing. And if you hear something straight from the horse's mouth, that means you heard it straight from the source. If you look at this, like if you look at this ice here, I'm getting kind of sidetracked. I started off teaching you some English, now we're talking about ice, guys. See, those kids are confident Oh, man, guys, because I'm looking at see it there in the middle of the canal there. That doesn't even look like it's very thick ice. I don't know, guys. I'm not a water guy. I'm not you know, I'm not comfortable around water. I've never been comfortable around water. So like, would you walk across here? Guys, I don't know how deep this canal is, but it's probably at least, the water is probably at least 10 feet. It's gotta be at least like 10-20 feet deep. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, guys. But over there, it looks like it's melting, because it's right now it's above zero. The temperature right now would probably be like maybe 1 or 2 degrees, so it's kind of melting. Like, you can see the water, you can see, right, like I don't know, you can see the water kind of like, you know, anyway, it's like it's melting. It's not like it's probably deeply frozen, because we've had a period of a few days where it's been like even +5 or +10, I think, maybe even out here. And so, guys, look at those geese. Everybody wants to get in on my video. Wow. Look at that, guys. Anyway, so guys, now I'm just walking on this ice here. I'm too scared to walk in the middle of the canal because I'm a bit fatter than those kids. But guys, you can see here people have been taking stones and look at this. They've been throwing stones onto the ice. Look at that. Isn't that crazy? And look, the ice, I guess it hasn't broken. Yeah, those are pretty big rocks, so maybe the ice is thicker than I thought. Like I said, I'm not an ice expert, but if it's been warm for like a week straight, where it's above zero every day, guys, that's a lot of heat to be, like, you can see the crack. Can you see that crack there in the ice? It looks like there's a crack that kind of runs along there. I don't know. Maybe the ice is 5 feet deep, but I sure wouldn't want to be putting a lot of faith on that ice. Because remember over there, you know, most of my videos we go walking over there, and there's a spot in the middle of that kind of lake part where all the geese and the ducks hang out, and it's not frozen there. So it's just water. Like, there's no ice there in the middle there. So I don't know, guys. To me it seems like it could be dangerous to go running on this ice at this point. But their parents, I don't know, maybe their parents know about it, maybe they don't know about it. I don't know, guys. So where was I teaching you some English? All right. So to pay lip service to something means to, look at that V, flying in a V. Anyway, guys, to pay lip service to something, it's a thing, okay? So how you make the sentence, you say, you know, in this case, me, I was paying lip service to something, okay? So that means to, so it's a thing, whatever idea is, okay? Like, if, for example, supporting small businesses. Or let's take another example. Let's say welcoming refugees to the country, right? Welcoming, let's say, immigrants, right? Let's say someone says, you know, I love the idea of welcoming immigrants to Canada. I love the idea of supporting, you know, refugees. And let's say that person never does anything. They don't go volunteer at maybe a welcome center. They don't go to the airport to welcome them. They don't do anything. They just do nothing. But they they give a lot of lip service to it. Okay, just like me, I never shop at small businesses. I buy most of my stuff on Amazon or big box stores like Walmart, or I don't know, whatever these big stores are, right? Sometimes those stores are called big box stores because it's basically just a giant box, like Costco. Have you ever been inside a Costco? It's like a warehouse. It's just a giant box, and that's it. It's a big box store. Okay, see guys, there are the ducks and the geese over there, and that part is not frozen. They're swimming around. It scares me to see kids on ice. Imagine falling through ice, freezing to death. Guys, that'd be crazy. Anyway, so how about you? Do you shop local, or do you shop at big box stores and online like Amazon and other things? Hi. For me, I do most of my shopping on Amazon or these big stores like Superstore here in Canada, grocery stores. Biggest one is Superstore. Okay, guys, here you can see it pretty well, right? You can see, well, the sun is kind of blocking it, but okay, you can see that whole middle part it's a huge part where it's not frozen. So what are some examples we can make with this term, to pay lip service to something? Okay, politicians do this all the time. Like, politicians are always paying lip service to whatever the thing is. It might be poverty, okay? You know, like here in Canada, you see a lot of tent cities popping up everywhere. Tent cities are like homeless. It means homelessness, okay? Where homeless people are, you know, basically having to sleep outside in a tent. You know, in big cities, especially in the downtown areas of big cities, you see tent cities popping up in like Vancouver, Toronto. This is becoming a much bigger problem these days, these years, I should say, in the last couple. Probably it's become a really big problem in the past, I would say, 2-3 years. So politicians might pay lip service to that. They may say, okay, you know, this is a big problem, you know, homelessness is a problem, we're gonna fix this, and then they don't do anything, right? Or they say, we are going to tackle this issue, whatever issue it is, and they never do it, right? So politicians are very good at giving lip service to whatever it is that they're, okay? So that's the term, to give lip service to something, okay? Not someone. It would be awkward to say that I gave lip service. No, it's to something, okay? To an idea, whether it be reducing homelessness, or you know, tackling climate change, or whatever issue you want to, you know, like supporting small businesses. We could think of, you think of some. What are some examples that you can give me down in the comments? You know, what are some issues that have you ever done this? Have you ever given lip service to something? I think we all have. And so as the geese are taking off again, man, I don't know, guys. Let me know down in the comments, would you trust that ice? Would you walk out on that ice? You already know my answer. Okay, so yeah, give me some examples of lip service. You know, it's very similar to the word virtue signal. I've made a video about that a long time ago, virtue signaling, okay? Politicians are great at virtue signaling. Virtue signaling basically means that you, you want to pretend like you're a good person. Okay, that's what the virtue means. Virtue means goodness, right? You know, honesty, that type of thing, right? So you want people to think you're a good person. So you do things or you say things that that make you appear good without really being, without doing the things that really make you a good person inside, right? Guys, you can see here how close the water is right to the edge of the, like, I mean, ice water, right? I could jump from here, I could jump into the water. Not that I plan to. I don't plan to jump into that freezing. Yeah, virtue signaling is like paying lip service to, but it's just, it's a little bit different, because if you pay lip service to something, we're specifically talking about your words, okay? For example, if you say, I support small businesses, you're paying lip service to small businesses. I support, you know, welcoming immigrants into the country. Okay, then you pay lip service to that. Okay, now, particularly this means, this idiom, or this phrase, means that you only support it with your words, and you don't do anything about it. Okay, so this is a bad, or it's a negative thing to say, because it means that a person doesn't do anything more than just words, okay? So if I say that politician just pays lip service to that, I'm criticizing the politician. I'm not saying he's doing a good job. I'm not saying he's a good man. I'm saying he is only using his words, but he doesn't actually do anything about it. Okay, so that's what it means to pay lip service to something. You know, especially you hear this, you hear it a lot maybe in politics, and you hear it a lot in like just issues, like whatever is the issues that you believe in, right? Like, you know, it could be something like in your local community where I'm trying to think of an example. What is this? Storm, did you know stormwater ponds are designed to protect our community from flooding after a storm? Oh, okay, so look at this. Here's some information on stormwater ponds, right? So look at this. Interesting, right? So you can read it if you want, but so at some point the leaders of this community got together and said, we want to build a stormwater pond here. Okay, so they actually thought about it and they did something about it. Right, so they actually didn't just pay lip service to the idea of protecting the community with stormwater ponds. They did something, right? So imagine 5 years ago or 10 years ago, whenever this community was built. Okay, imagine if the politicians had just sat around a table and said, what if there's a storm? Where's all the water going to go? How are we going to protect this community? We should do this. Another politician says, we should do that. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. You know, they just talk. Let's say they don't do anything. Then they would just be paying lip service to, you know, community safety. Okay, you could say it that way. You could say the leaders of this community, they were just paying lip service to community safety, right? So Guys, there's infinite amounts of sentences or examples we could make with this, but it's usually, it's about a good cause, and people support it with their words, but they don't do anything about it. So whatever good cause, the word good is a bit subjective. Subjective means it's up to you if you think something's good, right? So what might be good to some person might not be good to another person. So okay, whatever, pick your good cause, whatever you believe in, and think about that issue. Now, do you actually do something about that issue, or do you just pay lip service to it? Okay, a lot of people in life, they just pay lip service to something. Just like a lot of people do virtue signaling. They like to make people believe that they're a good person. They might give a little bit of money to charity. They might donate some clothes, old clothes, and they do it publicly to make it look like they're a good person, right? It's all about to signal, right? To signal means to show, okay? So, you know how politicians always show up at new projects, new construction projects? Like if there's a new bridge that's built, the politician will show up there and he'll put on like a hard hat and like maybe a vest or something to make him look like he's a worker, part of the team. And but he hasn't been there a single minute in his life. He just shows up. He or she just shows up at the time when the bridge is finished, or let's say the airport is finished. They didn't do any of the work. They just want to take the credit for it, right? They want to be there and give everybody free donuts, maybe, as a way to show, to signal that they're a virtuous person. Okay? So let me ask you, are you a virtuous person? Or do you just do virtue signaling, meaning you're really not a virtuous person, but you just like to make people believe that you're virtuous? Okay, so that's a good term, virtue signaling. But another term that's good is pay lip service to. Okay, now like I said, to pay lip service to, we're particularly talking about words. If you virtue signal, that could include words and actions. Like, for example, a politician showing up to some new project, giving a speech, giving everybody some free donuts, and saying, we worked hard, we did hard work to build this bridge. They didn't do any of the work, right? They're a bunch of lazy idiots sitting behind their desk in their office getting paid like 100 times more than the people who actually built the bridge, right? What kind of a world do we live in, guys, where the real workers, people who do real work, get paid a small amount, and the people at the top, they do no work and they get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars. Guys, the politicians here, I don't even know what the average, what is the salary of a mayor, let's say. I think the Prime Minister's salary is like, of the Prime Minister of Canada, I think the salary is like maybe 300,000 to 400,000, somewhere in there. Actually, a lot of these positions I think should be volunteer. Guys, I can't even see you, it's so bright. Look at that bright sun coming off the water there. So guys, I think a lot of these positions, like leadership positions in a country, should be volunteer positions. There should be like a successful person who knows how to run a business or an organization or something, and who actually cares and who wants to do it for free. There are many people in the country who would be willing to do that for free. They don't care about money. They've already made their fortune, right? Those are the people who could probably do the best job because they really care. They care. The worst kind of politicians are virtue signaling politicians, where they just want to make it appear that they're a good leader, or they know how to run a country, when really they don't, right? So guys, more people coming out on the path these days. It's nice and warm out here for January, guys. This is the warmest winter I have ever experienced in Canada. All of December was warm. Man, that's bright. All of December was warm, and all of January so far has been warm. Okay, so, you know, like, if now people to say this is an El Nino year, people use that. I don't know what that means. Some sort of a weather pattern, like a long-term weather pattern, if something is like an El Nino year. So they say it's an El Nino. I don't know what that word means. You guys teach me that word down in the comments. El Nino, it sounds Spanish to me. Do you know what El Nino means? I have no idea what it means, but it has something to do with the climate cycle, the cycle of climate. So apparently this year's a warm year, but man, this is warm. Like, to be out here, guys, without gloves, like, think back about my previous winters. The videos that I've made in January in the previous winters on my channel. Have I ever been walking around with a baseball cap and no gloves in January? All December? I mean, yeah, some days I've been wearing my hat, some days it's been a bit cooler. And the forecast is to get cooler, I think, toward the end of January. But man, for beginning of January to be this warm, that is unheard of, guys. I have never experienced this in Canada. So maybe like for a day or two, sure, but for this long, like for a long period of time, I don't know. Like I said, all December was warm. Like, it's kind of crazy, but I'm not complaining, guys. I've been asking for global warming for decades, right? So I'm actually happy about this. It's kind of nice walking around without gloves. I'm enjoying it, guys. So anyway, what's the weather like in your country? Sorry for rambling today. I just wanted to teach you that that phrase, to pay lip service to. Okay, let me know, are there things you pay lip service to? I hope to be a person who doesn't just pay lip service to small businesses, but to actually... It's a lost goose, guys, trying to find his way back home. Probably trying to find a small business to shop at. Everybody's shopping on Amazon. He's trying to find some small business. I don't know, guys. Do you shop on Amazon or big companies, or do you... Oh, there's some of his friends are trying to chase him down. Come shop on Amazon with us. We don't support you going out and shopping local. Do you guys shop local? Do you buy local? Or do you buy from big companies? Anyway, guys, so that's it from me. Try not to pay lip service to things, try to actually do them. I'll try to do that this year. And anyway, as always, hope you're staying safe. Use the wrong hand. So use this hand to block the sun. Hope you guys are staying safe, healthy, and happy wherever you are. As always, I love you so much, and I'll see you over in the next episode of Mad English TV. Take care.